Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com. Let's decorate my catch-all planner. All right, I am getting my planner set up for the week of February 19th using this undated dashboard layout that is available over on my website. And I'm obsessed with these butterflies from Rongrong. I love me some butterflies. And so I wanted to use these for my spread. But not just these, I'll probably pull in some black boxes. And then I thought this scrapbook paper was so pretty and kind of goes with the theme. So we're going to add this in too. I will put you all on fast forward. I will link everything that I use down in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go. All right, let's start out with this scrapbook paper. It has kind of a mosaic feel. I love the colors. It picks up the colors from the PET tape beautifully. The PET tape that I am using is called Fluttering Dreams. Again, it's from Rongrong Devoe. I think these PET tapes are so fun to use in all of your projects. I say it all the time. I think they're perfect for a lot of different types of craft projects, and I like that you get multiples of the stickers because you don't have to worry about using them up. I've never been able to use up a whole roll of PET tape. Some of you might have been able to, especially if you're a card maker. I can see that happening, but that being said, I love this particular one with these butterflies. I'm a little bit obsessed. So we're going to do the scrapbook paper in a few different spots. I love the look of torn scrapbook paper. It looks very organic to me. It looks like it makes it feel more like part of the background of the page as opposed to big rectangles placed on top of the page. So I'm going to have this piece starting in this grid section for the dashboard layout. It's going to overlap the two pieces of paper each side. I just have to trim it out at the top. And then we're going to add one more section in the top left corner and then the bottom right. So far this year, the dashboard layout has been working really well for me. I like the freedom I have in this particular dashboard layout. I love me a long to-do list. That is so helpful on Sunday evenings when I'm sitting kind of being a little bit overwhelmed with everything that needs to get done on that particular week. I call it like a brain dump list. It's where I just put all the things that need to happen on that particular week, and then I can kind of assign them out through the days. I can use that open grid section for anything I am looking for. So it could be a meal plan, it could be a gratitude list, it could be planning on particular chores that are happening that week. Whatever the case may be, I'm kind of open in that spot, and I like that I can pick and choose. Plus, if it's a week where I want to do just a little bit more decorating in that spot, that also works just fine. All right, once I get all of the scrapbook paper onto the spread, we're going to go all the way to the corner, and then I just need to trim off the excess on the edges and then cut the two pages apart, and then that kind of sets it up for the rest of this plan with me to go pretty fast. Once you have the background, I feel like everything starts to fall into place. Let me just cut these two sides apart so I can see where that divide is going to be. And then I'm going to start playing with the butterflies, starting with my very favorite butterfly. It's the biggest one. How beautiful is this big purple and blue butterfly? Like, I'm here for it. So we're going to find a great spot for this guy to live, turning it so it doesn't cover up that particular day of the week. And the idea was that the butterflies would kind of be flying off of the scrapbook paper, almost like the scrapbook paper was like a trail of pixie dust or something. I don't know. It just made sense in my head. So we're going to put these guys kind of flying off, and then we'll do the same thing in each of the corners, but the scrapbook paper is almost like an anchor for them. And I think that that helps bring it together a little bit more. You have this repeated element instead of a million butterflies everywhere, of which there will in fact be a million butterflies everywhere. The fact that they're anchored to the paper just in my head makes a little bit more sense. This also kind of shows you exactly how many different butterflies you get on this particular roll of PET tape. I don't repeat a single butterfly, and if you've been around my channel long, you know that I am a little bit of a maximalist when it comes to decorating. I use all the stickers. I cover my whole spread because it brings me a lot of joy to do so. And I don't have to repeat any butterfly stickers, which is pretty fantastic. And I can still have a really functional spread. So let's cut off all of the excess here. Kind of happy with the butterflies thus far. It's not completely done. I just need to take a moment to cut off the excess. It's sticking all over my scissors. Those are a little bit crazy. And then we're going to see where we stand. I've got to bring in some functionality to this spread because, of course, I've been putting all the emphasis on decor, but we need some functionality. Let's pull out the neutral boxes from Rongrong Devoe. This is her neutral palette. Trying to figure out where this one will go. Before I put that down, let me pull out a long box. Ooh, the brown will be really pretty. It there's some browns mixed into the background of the scrapbook paper. I like that it's not black. At first I was thinking I would do black boxes, but the browns and the neutrals and the grays are just a little bit softer, which I think looks pretty nice. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out, do I want it this way? No, it makes more sense to have a space in between. It is covering up a little bit of the butterfly. Not super worried. That looks good. I like to have, I need something else up there. Let's trim this off. I like to have a box to title my task list. So I want to add a box over there as part of that big task list. And then I also need a couple of functional boxes on the right side for some of the bigger events that are going to be happening on this particular week. Something you'll probably notice is every time I put down a functional box, I almost always also have a decorative sticker near it. So I have these little leaves. I need a tweezer to get this one off because it's tiny. Let's add a little leaf, just a little something extra to where that box is going to be. Perfection. How cute is that? I'm going to need some boxes over on the right side, but of course I need to add the dates as well. Oh, apparently another butterfly. See, I still haven't repeated butterflies, you guys. All of the butterflies are different. And I find that amazing. All right, we got to add some function over here. This grid box will be great. Again, I like that the butterflies are behind it. Then I want to go ahead and see about adding dates to this spread. So let's date it. I'm going to use Mojo Jojo's Date It 2.0. Nope, this is the rainbow Date It. Let's go with that. We're going to go with the gray, actually. Putting that down on the page so I know what's happening, what's coming up. And then once all of that is done, then like I said, a couple of boxes. I use boxes in the dashboard layout for bigger events. We have a lot of events every day in my family. I have 3 kids that do a ton of activities. So we have, baseball and gymnastics and soccer and all the different practices. So those I usually use bullet points or just write them in. I tend to use boxes for bigger events, bigger things that are happening just to draw my attention. Like when my husband has a concert, that's going to be something that's out of the ordinary. My kids are off of school on this particular Monday. So that is something out of the ordinary. Let's put a big box for that. And then I can fill in the other schedule things just on all of the lines, because of course there's plenty of lines, which is one of the reasons I love the dashboard layout, is that you can just fit so many things on it. All right, and once again, as soon as I put down a functional box, I want to make sure that there's a decorative element to it as well. Let me just peel this one up a little bit. I like the butterflies behind it, so we're going to add one right there. And then we need something up top as well. Can add one more little butterfly friend. And again, still haven't repeated a butterfly. It's kind of amazing how many different options there are. The last thing I'm going to add are some labels from Proud Sticker Designs. I love the writing on these. Get it done. I wanted to add a gratitude list. I thought this one would be a good spot, but I think it'll be better down here. Let's add the gratitude list right here, kind of overlapping. And then I can have an intentions and an affirmations section. And then this planner spread is going to be done. I am loving how it came out. I cannot wait to use this one. It always makes me so excited when I really fall in love with the spread I create, because I just can't wait to write in it and to interact with my planner over the week. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching this video today. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link the supplies that I used down in the description box below. Just remember, if you use my Rongrong link, it actually saves you a little extra on your order, so be sure to check that out. I do want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. It's just the best over on Patreon. We're having a fabulous time, and a huge shout out to all of those amazing people. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.